Should I buy the Samsung Galaxy Book Go? I'm disappointed. Windows on ARM works just fine with a few apps, and besides, the Galaxy Book Go's cloudy screen barely makes it visible. Windows 11's compatibility layer for x86 apps is generally pretty poor, which we expected. On the desktop, we expected a little more snappy performance, but 4GB of RAM in this laptop isn't enough for multitasking. Even at this very reasonable price, this looks like a normal Windows laptop, but it lacks the pop where it counts. Samsung tried to hit that price by sacrificing hardware as well. Interestingly, the screen reaches a commendable 1080p resolution, but that's all it has. It's plastic, which isn't exactly reassuring. Ports work, but options are scarce. LTE isn't 5G, and if Samsung's own Galaxy A13 can do it for less money, this shouldn't be a problem. MediaTek's cheaper chipsets aren't getting a chance to shine because Qualcomm has an exclusive deal for Windows on ARM, but we're still pissed. The Galaxy Book Go 4GB we reviewed isn't the cheapest laptop in the world, but it falls right in the budget bracket at $349, around $490. There's no evidence that it's available in Australia, but it seems to be all over the world. The Galaxy Book Go can compete with a lot of Chromebooks, such as Samsung's own Galaxy Chromebook Go, with which it shares a lot of hardware. This also puts it up against the bottom of the x86 market, where a Windows on ARM laptop might not want to be. Even though it's more expensive than, say, the Lenovo IdeaPad Duet, a dual-purpose tablet with way more versatility, it's also on par with the Microsoft Surface Go, which is still one of the best tablets out there. I'm cool with that. Despite a chunky chin and forehead, it's pretty thin, inoffensive, and sized just right. And we'll forgive it its chunky side bezels, since the extra vertical reach keeps the control surface from being too cramped. The power button is even on the keyboard, a rarity these days when everyone moves it to the top right. It's sad to give points for a feature that's so minor. Although it has a 1080p resolution that tops most other machines at this price, the matte finish screen is just awful. Low contrast makes it feel like you're peering through smoke, bad colors, and while not too smeary at speed, you can definitely feel the 60Hz refresh rate. Touching it, or even typing really hard, makes the LCD wobble in the bottom corners, suggesting the panel is under some serious strain. There's something wobbly and stiff about its hinge. The frame is a bit rigid to open one-handed, it fixes the position nicely, but there's enough play that using it on your lap makes it bounce around. I don't mind using it at my desk, though. Things are pretty basic when it comes to ports. There's a USB 3.0 Type-C port on the left edge, for charging and data, plus an audio jack and microSD card reader. On the right edge, there's another Type-C port, the only video output one, a USB 2.0 Type-A port, and a nano-SIM cradle for LTE. There are times when things get syrupy. Google Chrome, for example, doesn't have a native app and runs awfully. We didn't try anything that didn't work, so this isn't Windows RT, but we'd suggest you don't buy it if you want something you can't do with a Chrome web browser, which is a ridiculous statement to make about a Windows laptop. However, we were genuinely surprised by some things. Some 2D indie games built for traditional PCs ran pretty smoothly, but 3D is another story. We'll get to the battery life soon, but it also wakes from sleep with everything connected right away. Despite doing a lot, it stays cool. It's almost unique, and perfect for a budget laptop. Furthermore, Samsung also includes a bunch of ecosystem apps which tie this to its own phone line, but you'll get much better performance with your phone docked in DeX mode, which makes them less useful. If you're not careful with your browser tabs, you can quickly push it to the limit with 4GB RAM. As we said, we were surprised. Despite middling benchmarks, there's enough power here for normal browsing, work, and mild entertainment, as long as you're content to stay in your lane. We have to give the Galaxy Book Go its due, it has a big battery. I think it lasted nearly half a day through our movie test. It doesn't matter that you wouldn't want to watch a movie on it, you could, and you could for most international flights. I don't care about how big it is for a tray table and how weird the viewing angles are. I think you could do it. I think you could.